Hey guys, Gabe here. So today I wanted to talk about what a Roth IRA is and then how you can become a tax-free millionaire using this one thing when you go ahead and retire. So if this is your first time checking out my channel, usually I talk about financial independence, real estate, house hacking, life optimization, stuff like that. So if that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing. So let's jump right into it. So what is a Roth IRA? A Roth IRA is an individual retirement account. So a good way I've heard it explained is it's just an account. It's kind of like a house where there's nothing inside of it, and you can put whatever you want inside of it. Your investments, you can put in like your stocks, your bonds, your real estate, your gold, your whatever you're investing in, really. And you can put it inside of there, and then it can continue to grow tax-free as long as you wait to withdraw the after-tax money until you retire at age 59 and a half. I'm about to turn 23 in a couple weeks here, so let's look what would happen if I went ahead and put in $1,000 into an IRA and then never touched it again. Now this is at a 7% interest rate, adjusted for inflation, so that's generally what you would typically see over the years, about 7-8% interest rate in the stock market. So let's say I go ahead and put that $1,000 in, and then when I withdraw it at age 59 and a half, what it would turn into. So let's check out this graph here. It turns into $11,200 of interest. So that is not that bad. But let's look what happened if I had done it just a few years earlier when I was 18. That would turn into $16,100. That is crazy. So that's why I stress doing this as early as possible. If this is the road you want to go down, you start as soon as you can, because the compound interest will grow so much more every year that you start. How much can you put into a Roth IRA? You can put in $5,500 a year into your Roth IRA, as long as your income is for a single person below $132,000 and for a married couple below $194,000. So that's not going to really be an issue for me, and I'm sure a lot of you, but that is just the numbers, so you know. So that is the max amount that you're able to put in, that $5,500, but you can put in as little as nothing. So even if you're not able to get that full amount in every year, I highly recommend going ahead and putting whatever you can in and then seeing how this compounds down the road. So one quick note on this, you are only allowed to put in what you are actually making in a year. So let's say you are making like $3,000 a year. You're only going to be allowed to invest that $3,000 into that Roth IRA. So if you're at that level, you're probably not going to be worried too much about investing anyways. You might be better off focusing on ways to get your income up or your own education or something like that. But that is just so you know, you're only allowed to invest what you're actually claiming that year. So let's talk about withdrawals. So what happens if you put that in but you want to get it back? You can take back the initial money that you put in 5 years after the date of you put in your first amount. So let's say you put in that $5,000 and then you don't touch it for the next 5 years and you want that $5,000 back. You can go ahead and withdraw that $5,000, but you cannot take the interest that $5,000 grew. That has to remain in the account until you are 59 and a half, or you're gonna have to pay a penalty to take that out. Now there are some exceptions to this. So if you go ahead and you put some money in, and then in a couple of years, 2-3 years, you have you want to buy a house, or you want to go back to school, or something like that comes up, you can go ahead and you can withdraw that for certain reasons, that initial money that you went ahead and put in. This is really a great tool, especially for young people. If you're planning on, you want to have that egg when you retire, this is a great tool to use. So the advantage of using the Roth IRA is you put that money in after tax. So another reason you want to do it when you're young is you're going to be paying a lower tax bracket for the money that you are earning, because you're not going to be earning as much as you are when you're older, and then when you're older, you're going to be paying more taxes. So every dollar that you put in tax after you pay taxes on it, you're not going to pay taxes on that dollar, or the dollar that dollar makes, or the dollar that those $2 make. So pretty much you put the money in, and then it grows and multiplies, and then it comes together and it grows and multiplies again, and it just continues to, the interest continues to keep accumulating as it grows from more interest to more interest to more interest. So it really has a cool snowballing effect that just makes you more and more money as it goes along and continues to grow on itself. So that's just an awesome tool. Another cool thing about the Roth IRA is you're able to put money into it at any age, and you are not required to take money out of it at a certain age. Like with the traditional IRA, when you turn, I believe it's 70, you have to start taking a certain percentage of that money out, whereas with a Roth IRA, you can just continue to let it stay in there if you so choose. So like I said in the title, let's go ahead and see how you can make over $1 million tax-free just with a Roth IRA. So if at the age of 18, you go ahead and put in $5,500 a year until the age you're 60 that you're going to retire, you would have put in $231,000 into that account over that whole span. But let's look at how much you would have made on this chart here. You would have made $1.1 million on interest just on that, what you had put in, and that would all be tax-free, and you're able to withdraw that after the age of 59 and a half. So you'd have a total amount there of $1.35 million just from doing that, starting at the age of 18. So that is why it's imperative to start early. You're not actually putting in all that much money compared to how much you're getting, and it just starting early allows it to continue to snowball. And you can see the chart there where it just skyrockets as the interest continues to snowball and grow on the interest. So I'd highly recommend you go ahead and do that right now. Just as soon as you're done watching this, go ahead and start one, especially if you're in the age of like 18 to mid-20s. This is such a powerful tool for you, as you'll have the advantage of having all that time and seeing it all skyrocket. So the only thing I would say is just to find a place like Vanguard or Charles Schwab. You want to find somewhere where there is a low fees. You don't want to be killed by those, and then you can invest it in the S&P 500 or wherever you want to invest it. So I hope this helps out, and I hope this will allow a couple of people to be millionaires in the future if you just do this one simple thing. And if you know of somebody else who is in that age bracket where this can really help them out and you can help them become a millionaire in the future, go ahead and let them know about this video, or just let them know about a Roth IRA and have them check it out themselves. I don't care. But this is really a powerful tool, especially for young people. So if you got any value out of this, if you liked it, you have any questions, go ahead and let me know in the comments, and please like and subscribe. And I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day.